say, draw Balto, for example. And as long as you completed the challenge, then you would get the points. It's not based on how well it's drawn, how good the art is, the style. As long as they can tell it's Balto, you get the points, from what I understand.
Sounds pretty simple enough.
It sounds pretty fun. And I'm hoping that project doesn't fall to the wayside like other things have.
Right.
Oh, and a note to everybody, do not create your teams yet, because UK will basically lock any team threads that are on that page. She's already done it twice, maybe 3 times so far. So if you create a team, it's just gonna go away. So don't create a team until she says, "Okay, on your marks, get set, hunt." So.
Yeah, but you can start talking with other people about teams.
Yeah, you can go ahead and start having it in your head.
But don't. Or you can have it between PMs with you and 5 other people or whatever. Just don't put it on the page yet.
You know what I suggest? I think the Sourcecast should get involved with this. I think we should make our own team.
Ooh.
That sounds compete. Cool. Let's do that.
We'll talk on the podcast the scavenger hunt, this week they asked us to do this, and we did this, and here's what happened from it.
Exactly.
So
UK, Sourcecasters, yeah, we're a team.
So watch out, everybody. Sourcecasters out there and trying to win.
We're gonna win.
Yeah, man.
I just lost the game.
Yeah.
And now on to our current events. Our top story: Toy Story 3 beats Twilight Eclipse at the box office. Basically, it's pretty straightforward. Toy Story 3 has beaten Twilight Eclipse at the box office.
How much money did it get exactly?
Well, the results still aren't entirely in, but as of today, September 29, 2010, Toy Story 3's domestic gross in the United States is $411,086,067. And worldwide, it is $1,050,786,067.
Oh, wow.
Just to give you a comparison, it's the 5th highest grossing film of all time ever made. And in the United States, it's the 9th highest grossing film. And basically everywhere in the world except for including the United Kingdom, and except for United States, Canada, Australia, Germany, and Indonesia, it is the 2nd highest grossing film in those countries after Avatar.
Wow.
It is it's the highest grossing G-rated film ever. It's the highest grossing animated film ever, beating Shrek 2 by it earned basically a full movie's worth of money past Shrek 2 so far. And this is only it isn't even at the end of its run yet. And I'm predicting within 2 weeks it'll pass Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, become the 4th highest grossing film of all time. No way it can go any higher than that, folks, sorry. But that'll mean it's the highest grossing Disney film ever made.
Wow.
So that's really something. So it's really a big thing to pass $1 billion worldwide. It's only the 7th film to do so. And
especially if you're an animated kid movie.
Exactly. And that's what makes it all that much better, because it's an animated movie.
Now, the interesting thing is that it's one of the reasons why it's getting so much money is because of Toy Story 1 and 2. Now, back in those days, the little kids who did watch that movie are now growing up. They're now older, and they see this Toy Story 3 movie, and they're like, "Oh, I remember this. I remember those movies." And so they
like Skull and Me, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And me too. I watched
all of this, I think. Yeah.
I watched Toy Story 1 and 2 in theaters and at home a bunch of times. And, like you guys, I'm a little older than Andy is in that movie, but, still, it's, you can relate to it because we're the same age as Andy. We had to deal with, having to let go of some of our favorite things from home. We relate to it. And I think
Right.
that's why it's making a lot of money.
Especially like I said before about the original audience for Toy Story 1 and 2, like the majority of them, at least as far as I can tell, are in the same position as us. It's like that nostalgia sort of thing going on.
Yeah, really.
Yep.
An interesting story for when I went to see Toy Story 3 is I went to see it the same day Eclipse came out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, Eclipse's total gross was less than half of Toy Story's. Just to let you guys know, that was the original article. But anyway, when I went to see it, it was the morning Eclipse came out. Everybody was lined up. I was literally the one person there to see Toy Story, and everybody else, there was 100 people lined up to get Eclipse tickets. I walked up there and I said, one for Toy Story in 3D, please, because I had to see it in 3D.
Of course.
Of course. But anyway, so I said that, and I got my ticket, and I couldn't help but feel like I was the third wheel, because I was there in the midst of Twilight fans. This is how much I like the movie. I went to see it, and the instant it was done, I ran back to the box office and I said, one for Toy Story 3, please, and I ran right back in to watch it again. That's how much I liked it.
In 3D again?
No, the second time I watched it in 2D. And it's actually kind of funny. The 3D showing, there were 2 other families there, 2 parents and their 3 kids. But for the 2D showing, the theater was so packed it was hard for me to find a seat, and almost everybody was my age or older.
And I know a lot of my friends that
So.
actually did get to go see it really love that movie. I still haven't seen it, and it drives me insane.
I'm in
Yeah.
the same position too. I haven't
Friends
seen it yet.
friends that I have that are college age, like all of us, went to see that movie and went, aww.
Aw. See, I remember when I was little, next to Bambi, I watched Toy Story 1 religiously.
Oh yeah.
There are only 2
Yeah.
movies. This is way back in my day sort of thing where we actually had
Back in my day.
where we actually had VHS tapes, and how I would do this, these are the only 2 movies where I would actually sit there and watch them through, get up, get the VHS out, put it in the rewinder, put it back in, and watch it again right back to back.
Oh, a trivia fact, the very first DVD that I got was a dual pack of Toy Story and Toy Story 2.
Oh, wow.
And I still have those.
Nice.
Moving on, we've got some small reviews we're going to be doing about some older movies that aren't really old, but have come out in the past few years. So, on that note, we're going to start out with All Dogs Go to Heaven. Going to do some brief reviews on some of these movies.
Just to quickly clarify, All Dogs Go to Heaven isn't exactly the most recent movie ever.
No.
Yeah.
No, of course.
All the other movies that we have in line are, but All Dogs Go
Yeah,
to
but All
Heaven is
Dogs
just.
Go to Heaven, we're going to do a brief review about that.
Okay, so who wants to start it?
Rusty, you start.
Oh, okay. I get that. I want to say you could definitely tell the age of the movie compared to what's being released now, even for an animated movie. But it's still a classic, and it's still just as funny, even though it's most definitely, like, you could definitely tell the time period and the lighter censorship.
It's definitely more geared towards adults.
Really?
I can say that much.
And it just happened to get a G rating.
Maybe it's kind of like Finding Nemo, I guess. A lot of jokes that only adults would understand.
Yeah, but if you
Well,
think
not only
about
that, it's just got a lot of content that is more geared towards adults. That and really, really heavy themes when you stop and think about it all.
and then Skull.
Oh, I didn't actually see it until about a year ago.
Oh,
So, what I have to say about it is dark but entertaining. Out of 4 stars, I give it 2.5, 3. It has its quirks and the songs are less than classic, but it's a great story. I highly recommend it.
Oh, the songs.
I must
Yeah.
reiterate this because I don't feel enough people saw it on the forums, but singing effeminate crocodile.
I have not seen the movie, but I plan on doing it as soon as possible. But from what little I do know about the movie, it is extremely dated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is.
These are light reviews, so we're gonna move on now to Up. And who wants to have the first torch for Up?
Ooh,
Nice.
me.
Okay,
Go
wanna
ahead,
do it?
Ladies first.
I loved Up. Old man for the win. No, really. It was a really cute movie. I know a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, well, that's just so classic and not original, having a crotchety old man and his heart be warmed by a child." But I mean, honestly, everybody wants to see that kind of movie. Audiences want to see something like that.
It's why it's a popular classic sort of story. There's a reason why.
And it was very well done.
And it's Disney, right?
It was a different.
Disney usually doesn't, and it's Pixar too.
Disney
Pixar.
Is it just Pixar or Disney Pixar?
Disney Pixar's no difference anymore.
Yeah, right.
There's no difference.
I can't really say anything more than what's already been said. Just go watch it. It's an amazing movie. It's awesome.
I need to do that still.
And last but not least, Skull.
4 out of 4. It was a terrific movie. Even if it wasn't animated, it's a terrific film. You kind of get you don't know which side to root for, really, when it comes down to Carl Fredricksen and Russell. They just make a great team. They're basically Woody and Buzz all over again.
That's cool.
Except in a crotchety old man and a little kid.
True, but it was really a terrific film. It had just the right mix of comedy and seriousness, of laughter and tears. Oh man, it was just great.
Alright, so next up on the plate is Ratatouille.
In 2 words, surprisingly entertaining. I mean, you hear about the movie, it's a rat who wants to cook. What kind of a film could that possibly be about? But then you walk into the theater, you sit down and you watch it and you're like, oh man, why did I ever think badly of this movie? It's amazing how you can take something as simple as somebody who wants to cook and make it into a terrific film. Yeah, Ratatouille, definitely go and see it if you haven't already. And if you haven't already, you're really missing out. Especially if you have a big dream that you don't think you can do or people try to say you can't do. Go and see it because it's really inspiring. It really inspires you.
I believe I have seen the movie too. I remember parts of the movie that I don't specifically remember seeing it, but I must have seen it somewhere. But when I remember, yeah, it was good. I mean, it wasn't an amazing movie, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
Right.
I mean, that's about all I can say. It was good. I enjoyed it. It's at least worth renting at the very minimum.
Yeah. Well, especially now, just if you haven't have any sort of access to it from a friend or something, just go out and rent it. It's just really that good. Now, as far as me to say, I thoroughly did enjoy the movie, and me being really focused on the music, it fits. It really does fit. Now, the only problem with the movie I have is just really not the movie itself, but I've always felt uncomfortable with the way that, especially like the way that chefs think and like compete against each other. I have not ever been comfortable with how that sort of atmosphere is, how seriousness the whole chefs thing situation actually ends up being. And now I know it's only an animated movie in a fantasy world, but still. But that's only a really minor factor as far as me enjoying the movie. It's good.
I kind of actually really liked how they made light of it, though. Like, even though it was really serious at first, it started getting a lot more relaxed as the movie went on.
Yeah.
Like, as they all started to have a little more fun with it.
Yeah.
That and Rats for the win.
Rats.
Interesting tidbit on Ratatouille. To say production costs, the main human characters were completely designed and animated without toes.
That's
They had
interesting.
little brick feet. They had brick feet inside of their shoes. That's all they had. That's only if you want to know about that kind of stuff.
I didn't really need them.
Yeah.
It's only feet. You
I
can
don't
live
know about
without
you,
them.
but I watched that movie for the rats, not for the people. I mean, I liked the people. They were nice.
I agree.
Yeah. So next up is Wall-E.
Wall-E.
I watched this movie over the summer. To put it simply, I love Bolt. I really do. I love the movie. but I gotta say that Wall-E was